All right, hey family. First of all, I had to get my handy dandy notebook. But hey family, I'm back with another video. By the title, you already know what this video is about, so there's no need to repeat it. So anyways, let's get into it. First of all, I got a comment on my last video, my video pertaining to how I got scammed by a vendor. And a young lady, she asked me to make a video about suggested vendors. And I thought about, well, instead of me giving you suggested vendors that I've tried, I can give you some tips on how to find vendors again, because at the end of the day, if I'm giving you suggested vendors, I might as well give you a vendors list. It's pretty much the same. And I didn't want to do that because the vendors I've tried, number one, they haven't been really good. They've been pretty trash to me. But I feel like the only way to get through this process is for someone to educate you and help you along the way, but not give you the answers, if that makes sense. So I came to do that today. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. So like I said, I have my handy dandy notebook, so we're gonna get right into it. Number one, as I just said, I can't give you any suggested vendors because the ones that I've tried have not been good. They haven't been to my liking. And when it comes down to that, I feel like at the end of the day, you still need to conduct your own research, whether you receive a vendors list, whether you paid for one vendor from someone, you still have to conduct your own research, because what's trash to me might not be trash to you. What's good to me might not be good to you. At the end of the day, it all boils down to your target audience. You must know your target audience in order to move forward with a vendor. I'm going to give you an example. So for example, one really good luxury hair company I know is Yummy Hair Extensions. Now their price point is really high, but it might seem really high to someone who can't afford it, which means that you are not a part of their target audience. The people that they target can afford those prices. That is what your target audience, that's who your target audience is, the person you cater to as a business, as a brand. So their price point is high, so the people who they target can afford their price point for their hair. That's how we get into that. So before you even look for a vendor, you need to buckle down and know who your audience is, because that will help you determine your price range. Because obviously you're not going to charge the same prices that your vendor charges wholesale, because then, okay, sorry y'all, I had a phone call. But anyway, like I was saying, obviously your wholesale prices are not going to be, the price you pay for wholesale is not going to be the same price that you charge your customers. So that's why it's important to know your target audience and to make sure that you know who you're catering to once you find a vendor. Yes. Okay. Next, I wanted to say a good thing to do in the hair industry or any industry is find Facebook groups that cater to your niche. So I'm in the hair industry, so I am in a couple of Facebook groups that are all about upcoming entrepreneurs in the hair game, in the wigs, whatever it is. I'm in Facebook groups. So that is a good thing to do, because it's not just your own experience, it's other people's experience, and they are sharing with you their experience and, vendors they've tried out, vendors who they think, who they feel like is good vendors or bad vendors. So it's really important for you to join Facebook groups. However, use the information at your own discretion, because again, you can purchase a vendors list, and obviously, most likely the person you're purchasing the vendors list from, they're not using any vendors on that list. It's just a list of people who either they've gotten the vendors from someone or they've tried all of these vendors and they're not using them. So you still have to try the vendors out on your own. That's why I said, take that information and use it at your own discretion, because at the end of the day, it's your experience that matters. It's your experience that's going to help you help your customers make the best decision. It's your experience that's going to help you, make better decisions as the founder and the CEO of your company. So again, join those Facebook groups. And, most people, the groups that I'm in, they share, brand photo shoots. They usually do things like this. Like if it's a vendor that they're interested in working with, they'll screenshot it and say, has anyone ever bought from this vendor before? Or, and everyone is able to voice their opinion. But you also have to watch out for people who, there are a lot of people in in Facebook groups that are giving you false information, such as they're telling you that this vendor is bad because it might be their vendor, and they don't want you to use their vendor, because then the vendor has to supply hair for you and them. So they'll say, oh yeah, girl, don't use that. I bought some hair and it was trash. You also have to be careful. So that's also why it's important for you to make sure you're keeping God first and praying about all the decisions you're making in your business, in your life, period. Because then you'll be led correctly. You'll be spiritually led and not, led making your own decisions, doing your own thing and messing everything up. So that's why I didn't give any suggested vendors in this video, because at the end of the day, right, guys, sorry about that. I'm losing space on my phone, so I had to clear some up. I don't have a camera yet, but your girl gotta do what she gotta do. But anyway, that's why I was saying it's up to you to test out the vendors on your own. It's up to you to do your own market research. It's up to you to do everything you need to do to have a successful business. You cannot base your business and your decisions off of other people and their experiences. You can learn from them, but that's pretty much it. So that's why, like I said, I didn't give you any suggested vendors, because the vendors I've used have not been great. And yes, I could allow you to make your own observations with that information. However, I don't want to do that. We're on this journey together and we need to do what we got to do together. Search. Now, if you want a video on how to find a vendor through Instagram, I can help you do that, because that was a little bit easier for me. As I told you in my life update video, I may have found a vendor. I'm praying that this turns out to be what I want it to be. But again, I found this vendor through Instagram, not Alibaba, not through a vendors list. So that helped me. So maybe that'll help you. So if you are interested in that, comment down below, let your girl know. But that is all for this video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. We're on the road to 150. I'm so grateful for you guys. I love you, and peace.